So I got all this taken down, and I'm gonna proceed, wash, decondition. I might remember the hair oil during the deconditioning. I did last week. We'll see this week. All right, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna towel. Okay. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know why you got beef with me. I'm gonna towel dry my hair a little bit, tiny bit, because I am gonna do it on stretched hair. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get it washed and deep conditioned first. Welcome back, friends. It is Lauren the Soap Witch, and it is time for another wash day. I'm feeling all kind of super extra accomplished because I have made it here for my hot oil treatment at the appropriate time. If you recall, for the last 2 weeks, I have not done so. I feel like I forgot something, though I completely prepared to have everything, whatever, moving along. So, oh yeah, okay, so 360, okay, just show you what I'm starting with. So this is day 7 hair. I know, it actually is day 7. I posted my 7 days in my wash and go or whatever it was. I talked about why I made it to day 7 hair, but the abbreviated version is this video is like the weekend after Christmas, just after Christmas. So the Y was not even open on Christmas because it was Wednesday, and that's the day I usually go to my first class, and the day after Christmas is the day I usually go to my next class. So I did not work out all this last week. Probably should have, because all the food I ate, but that's another story. Okay, the point is I did not do my usual workout, and so because I did not have the usual like sweating in my scalp and all of my hair and saltiness that usually cause me to itch until I want to scratch off my scalp. None of that. And so I just didn't bother. Things were thinging and life was lifing, so I didn't refresh. But that's a rare occurrence. It's a rare occurrence that I get to a day 7 with anything. So anywho, that's a real long story long about why this is day 7 here. Okay, now that I done got all that out the way, I'm going to go ahead and split my hair down the middle. I don't never want to spray every single solitary week. Boy, if nothing stays consistent, just spray by the wheel about how it ain't finna do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I like to split my hair down the middle for the hot oil treatment. And that's just simply because I'm a creature of habit. And I usually just add this little water just to make it easier to split this hair down the middle, because I have not touched it for 7 days. Since the last wash day, I've done absolutely nothing to it, except for, tie it up at night, and that's it. It's going to be a little tangly maybe, and that's okay. We expect that. Because usually when I refresh, I do a little finger detangling. I do some finger detangling, okay? We don't got to quantify how little or how a lot it is. So I'm just going to put this hair up now that I've gotten it split in half, and use that clip to, secure that side. Okay. So now I'm going to spray this side a little bit, and I'm going to split this in half. So I like to do 4 sections, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And we are not going to hum and haw about the size of those sections. See, I was starting to do it, and we can't. So now that I've got that sort of kind of split in half the way I want, I'm going to put back up. So I just got this section to work with here. So the star of this show is Acute Anointing. That is my moisturizing hair oil. You can use whatever oil you feel like using, but that's what I'm going to use. Okay. All right. And I really love this handy applicator tip that I decided was a good idea to put on there, because it actually was a good idea. Okay. So I'm going to moisten the hair. Stop spraying. Stop. Okay. Goes from not wanting to spray at all to just it won't stop. So I'm going to moisten the hair. I don't completely saturate it the way that I do when I'm going to wash my hair, but I would like it moistened, and I'm reactivating this gel. This product that's on this hair. It just is what's happening. That's not like my intention. What I'm saying is that doesn't affect the hot oil treatment. That's just what's happening. I'm doing a whole lot of long way around conversation today. Whoopsie. Now, I'm going to take this nicely warmed up oil, because it's a hot oil treatment, but you really want your oil warm. So I put it in a sink full of hot steamy water that I just ran from the faucet, and I leave it there for about 15 minutes. And then I unscrew the applicator top, and I just dump some on my scalp. And that's going to be enough, because the last times that I have done it, I've done too much. and then it starts dripping down my face, which I find really annoying. So I just give myself a nice little scalp massage here. My scalp likes it, I like it, we like it. Okay. And so then when I'm done with that, I just take the oil and start bringing it down the hair. And then I'm going to dump some more oil in my palm, and I'm going to add that to the strands. I'm always making sure I try to get my ends. I did not put that much in the palm, so I'm going to put a little bit more. And I really like to do this prayer handsy thing. I don't know, I just feel like it does something. But I feel like it does something. So I'm feeling like we're in the vicinity of that's good enough. Now I'm probably going to lose more shed hair today than I usually do because I have not touched my hair, like I said, in a week. I don't know why I'm still playing it because I already said that was enough. Enough is never enough, is it? Okay, we've discussed that before, haven't we? Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to just take it and I'm going to do a Bantu knot. And it's just real easy. I'm just going to twist it around. It don't got to be perfect. I just want it good enough to wrap around and make the Bantu knot. You don't got to do a Bantu knot. I just like doing it because it's a really good, easy way to get the hair out of the way. And not only that, there's something else. I know there was. Oh yeah, and it fits all up under my stuff like that I cover my head with at the end of the hot oil treatment. So I'm gonna take this down, and I just like to rub some of the excess oils, well, all that I can, onto the bag section, just to not waste the oil, but also just to not get it all over everything I touch either. So I'm going to do this same process all the way around. Wet the hair, oil the hair, put the hair up. Okay. Oh, one more little tiny thing in the front. I like to take a tiny bit of oil and just rub it at this hairline because she be acting real funky, and I don't know why, but this oil seems to help. Sometimes like the edges just be disappearing. Like I don't need any help making my forehead look any bigger. Also, it just looks a little weird, and also sometimes it'll look like really like just white and pale and weird. I mean, I'm gonna say weird. Anywho, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest, and I'm gonna come back when I got it all up. Okay, all done. And that's a little hair I lost. No, not too bad. I kind of thought it was gonna be more, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I gotta ask for problems. Okay, so now I like to cover my head with a bunch of stuff because I'm gonna sleep with this in my hair. So first with the plastic shower cap, disposable shower cap. Whatever. It's got a bunch of names or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why are you still talking, Lauren? Next, the bonnet. Okay. Finally, the big giant scarf. Okay, that's that. Well, I like to do all those things. But that's the very first way that I ever learned it, and it works, so I never changed it. But also, I don't want to get oil all over my linens and my clothes and all that other stuff. And so extra layers of protection are always nice. And then also, I feel like this insulation, it helps keep my head, the heat that my head is going to generate close to the head, and helps, the oil do its mojo or whatever. Just make it that. Okay. But I do feel like it does insulate it, keep the heat in there and let it do its thing a little better while I'm sleeping anyway. Okay. So all that to say that I'm done now and I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna see you in the morning. Okay, bye. Morning. Go ahead and do away. And why you gotta act like that? Do away with all of this. It's so funny me taking these down when I'm pretty much just gonna put them back up. Not exactly like this though. Not exactly. But if you see the thumbnail and the title, which is, I'm sure you did, you already know what I'm doing. So yeah, I haven't done this style in literally years. I have to look back on my YouTube history to actually see how many. But my hair was much different, much shorter. So it's gonna be fun because one wash day a month, always the last wash day. To do something that's not a wash and go. That's where we are. I love my wash and go, and I always miss my wash and go. But it's just fun. It's just fun to do something else on wash day. All right, so I got all this taken down, and I'm gonna proceed. Wash, decondition. I might remember the hair oil during the deconditioning. I did last week. We'll see this week. All right, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna towel. Okay. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know why you got beef with me. Okay. I'm gonna towel dry my hair a little bit, tiny bit, because I am gonna do it on stretched hair. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get it washed and deep conditioned first. All right, let's get into washing this hair. So first, I'm going to start by thoroughly saturating my hair with water. And of course, the reason for that is, one, my hair just really needs the moisture. Me being high porosity, I like to throw as much moisture as I can as often as possible. And what better way to hydrate than in the shower? Second, the more hydrated my hair is, the easier it is for me to distribute the product throughout my hair, and so I can get great results by using less product. So that is Whipped Wonder, my whipped shampoo, and this is how much I'm going to use for my first wash. Okay, this is not much, and so I like to just take a second and rub the product in between my hands, really just to distribute it between the hands for even or equal distribution between both sides, not really trying to get it to lather until I rub it in my hair. And then I'm just going to give it a nice thorough scrub. When I say it, I mean my scalp. Let me have a complete sentence. So I'm going to rub my scalp, scrub it with my fingertips nice and thoroughly to get it all clean. And then I like to cleanse the top of my hair and the roots and the scalp, and then to cleanse the rest of my hair, because you notice I kind of left the mids and ends, I just take that wonderful suds that I just worked up when I was scrubbing at my scalp and drag it all throughout the rest of the hair, and also just play in the foam because it is fun and luxurious, and yeah, that's why. So anyway, I found that this process really does get my hair nice and clean, so I'm not concerned that my hair is not getting clean enough by not actually scrubbing at the mids and ends, but you do you. So I like to squeeze the product out while I'm rinsing, because I feel like it just helps to get it out easier and take less time. And that's how much I'm going to use on my second wash, like that little tiny piddly amount, but it's gonna lather up so nice and juicy. Can you say that about a lather? Can it be juicy? It is today. So as you can see, it's already lathering up, and then it's just going to town as I go through the second wash, and once again rub at my scalp with my fingertips, not fingernails, and just get the top of my hair, kind of leaving out the mids and ends, because they're older hair, they're not as moisturized, they're more prone to breakage. And so I had just found when I was surfing the internets one time that this was a good technique to use, and I feel like it has been helping me retain length. Give it a try. So I'm gonna squeeze that out just because it's fun and fabulous to do, and then also just going to give my hair a nice rinse, and again use my hands to squeeze out that product as well, just because I'm impatient. And I do feel like I'm not left behind. Well, I don't leave soap behind. It's not soap, it's shampoo. Anyway, so I like to split my hair in 2 equal sections. I usually do a side part, and so since I have more hair in the front on, it's really my left side, but it looks like my right side, then I just take more hair in the back on the other side to just kind of make them even. I'm saturating my hair with water yet again, because I'm going to add more product into it, and no matter what product it is during this wash portion, I always like to add it to saturated hair. So I'm going to continue to saturate my hair, just keep, thoroughly incorporating that moisture, that hydration, and then I'm going to go in with Twilight Tempest deep conditioning hair mask, because I love her and she's my favorite. Okay, so that's how much I'm going to use on that half of my hair. I'm going to stick my head back under the shower head as I just kind of distribute it evenly between my hands, and then I'm just going to slather it all over my hair unceremoniously, because that's the kind of person I am. So I'm just going to rub it all over my hair from roots to ends. I'm a roots to ends kind of girl when it comes to conditioner, because all of my hair needs it. So I like to make sure it's thoroughly incorporated. I've been liking adding this oil over or on top, whatever, of the deep conditioning hair mask. So I'm doing that again, and gonna add a little more just for good measure, because is enough ever enough? I don't know. Anyway, so I just like to make sure that's thoroughly incorporated. Rub that in nice and good. Go in with the Majestical and Magical Unbrush, and I'm just going to detangle my hair. So I'm going to start at the ends. If I feel like it's tangly, I just brush against my palm. I feel like it helps to alleviate some of the tension and avoid breakage, because nobody wants that. Not cool. So I just go with my method of brushing and then following up with finger combing. And I feel like, I always say that, don't I? Anyway, I feel like that with using this method, I just catch everything. I catch all of the tangles and knots that might be in my hair. And the brush does an excellent job of going through hair, but it's kind of made to go over knots so it doesn't rip through them. And I don't want to rip through them with my fingers either, but I just feel like I can catch them easier. I know where to concentrate the brush easier, and they just make a good pairing. Okay, so it's an easy process to detangle my hair. One, because all of my conditioners, every single one has incredible slip, and two, the unbrush is just magical and majestical. Did I already say that? I'm gonna say it again. So anyway, going all the way around my head, just getting all the way around to that kitchen. Detangling is just a necessary part for me. I want to make sure I get that shed hair out and all the knots out, because I want to make sure when I'm doing my hair it's all moisturized, detangled hair, no matter what the style is. So as you can see, it took me pretty much no time to detangle that whole side of my head. I did not edit it. That's how long it took. So anyway, I like to go in and just kind of comb with my fingers a little bit, and then I start braiding it up. And really the braiding it up is just to get it out the way while I do the other side. It's really, I don't want to be redoing, re-adding any product, re-brushing, re-detangling that side. Like, it's done, it needs to stay done. That's how I am. Any excess product after I braid it up, I just wipe onto the hair, waist knot, whatnot, and I'm gonna do the other side. So here I'm just pulling the shed hair out of the unbrush just to show you how much hair I did not lose. And so it's a little more than usual this week, but I thought my hair would be more tangly and I would lose more shed hair since I did not refresh this week, if you recall. So I'm okay with that. Anyway, so I sit with the deep conditioning hair mask and oil mixture on my hair for about 20 minutes, and I feel like that suits me just fine. I do not sit under a hooded dryer or add any additional heat because I don't feel like I really need it for my hair. I do sit my low porosity son under the hooded dryer. I just sit him under the dryer. Not as well or any of that, but just because with him being low porosity, that added heat is kind of necessary for his hair to absorb the product properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it, still using my hands to squeeze out some of that product, just like I do with shampoo, because when I didn't already say why, you know why. Anyway, so we're just gonna have that nice gratuitous shot of the back of the hair because I think it's pretty. And also I just like to see how my hair is coming along. It's coming along nicely, if I do say so myself. So all that said, it is time to go ahead and style, but first I'm going to go ahead and wring my hair out after I'm done admiring my locks. You would too. You should. We should. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to wring this out because I am going to follow up with a little bit of towel dry and stretching my hair, and I don't want to do that on wringing wet hair. So there we go. Okay, got that ordeal over with. It's not even that big of an ordeal. I just like to be extra about it. Okay, them curlies didn't end up under the towel, but it's okay. It does not matter. I really didn't leave it on here that long. I just wanted to absorb a little bit of water, just a little bit. I am going to attempt to do something with this part. I don't want to just part the same hair back and forth though, because I'll be doing that sometimes. I mean, that's something. It ain't that great, but I don't feel like doing nothing else. So the parts is finna look crazy anyway. I just want y'all to know. First of all, we know that I'm not that great at parting. Okay. Just to be, you've seen my videos. Or if you haven't, well, I'm just gonna tell you I'm terrible at parting. It is my nemesis. Okay, so I'm going to put this setup. So what I have considered doing, we're gonna see how long that consideration lasts, is blowing out a section and then styling it at the same time. I'm using the RevAir, you know I love this baby, to blow my hair out. And so usually I like to do it in about the amount of sections that I would want to do the Bantu knots in anyway. I feel like I need something else. What's happening? Okay, I put that hair up before I do this every time. First, you want to use a heat protectant. I'm using the Satin Shield Serum from deeperthanhair.com. You don't need no whole lot. I don't know, like a nickel size or something. Whenever I see her do people's hair, she uses very little. So I'm using very little. You don't want a lot of product on your hair when you are using the RevAir. The hair vacuum. That's why I'll never call it by its name. So just rubbing that in. My hair feels super soft. I am really liking the oil on top of the conditioner deal. This just smells really good. I don't know if I've ever said that or noticed that before, but it does. Okay, so I think I've done that enough. All right, so back to putting this section up. I already stated that the parts are going to look crazy. It doesn't matter because I'm not wearing this outside of the house, so I don't care what the parts look like. If you're doing it as a style, which would never be me because I'm terrible at parting, you want to care, I guess. Some people still don't. Theirs probably don't look as bad as mine. I was thinking I would do 10 total knots. I was thinking I would do 6 over here and 4 over there, or maybe 7 over here and 3 over here. It really depends, I guess, on how big or small I want the sections. You don't want to use too big of sections in the RevAir, or it gets really upset with you. You're like, I don't know what you was thinking, but this wasn't it. This might be too big, but I might try it. So when I use the RevAir, when I'm trying to, because I've used it to stretch my hair before and I don't use the same settings for that. So I put it on the number 2 all the way up to whatever the highest number is. I can't see it because it's not on. I'll tell you when I come back. So I'm going to use this timer to time. Let me stop talking and get myself together and then come back and see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to use a timer on another device because I do this for 1:30 on number 2, all the way high, whatever that number is. And I do it, I already said 1:30, so I can repeat myself. Okay, so I'm going to do this first section. Hope for the best. Okay. Okay, this first section is straight. I'm going to use the comb from the hair that came with the hair vacuum to just make sure it's detangled. I would use my brush, but it's wet from detangling, and so no, I don't want to. Okay, so the one product that I'm going to use to actually do the Bantu knots is going to be my curly concoction styling cream. This is the strawberry patchouli fragrance because it is taking me 3 million years to get through it. I don't use it as much as I used to. I'm trying to figure out how much to use. That won't be too much. That seems like a lot, but maybe not. I don't know. So I'm rubbing it in my hands, but you can't see none of that. Good job, Lauren. And I'm just going to rub that on my hair. I'm going to assume that's enough, maybe, kind of. Do I want to add more? Is it reverting? It's not reverting. I don't want to put so much on there that it just feels extra oily. I'm humming and hawing. That's what this is. I just want to put a little teeny bit more on the ends. Of course, a lot of people go back and put more on their ends anyway, so maybe I didn't need to do that. So you start to twist. Pick a direction. I'm twisting, I guess, away from my body. Is that usually the way I do it, though? I guess it is. So as you twist, you don't want to twist too tight. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see this way, isn't it? I'll do some more. You're just going to wrap it around, but when you wrap it around, you want to constantly keep the tension and twisting. And whatever you wrap goes under what you've already done. I'll do some toward the front so that you can see those. See the process better. But yeah, so they start to sort of grow out, if you will, as you stack more and more hair under. I don't really know. I mean, people usually put some on the end, so I'm just going to put a little more on the end. So it starts slipping out of my hands because the little hair is so little. My hair likes to be defiant, which I find really frustrating. It doesn't look like it's staying. I hate using bobby pins, but I'm gonna have to. The one time that I did do it on wet hair, I did not need bobby pins, but it also never dried. So that's one done that hopefully the bobby pin will keep secured. Okay, so moving on to the next section to see how successful this foolery is gonna be. putting enough product on there that it kind of reverts a tiny bit, but I want it to mostly stay blown out, obviously. And then, okay, twisting away from my body, I guess. Don't want your roots to be too tight. And then I just kind of twirl around my finger and stick it under the bottom as I go around. Attempt to hold it all in place while my hair attempts to sabotage me. And I'm trying not to bump too hard the ones I've already done, which I'm doing sort of a poor job at. But anyway, twirl, twirl, and just keep going until you run out of hair, basically. I am having to bobby pin mine because they're not staying on their own. Here we go. Yeah, so it's going to end up being 6 on this side. So I'm just going to split this in half and make that 2 sections, and then I'm going to move on to the right side. Please stay. I don't think it is, but I might be at the point where I don't care. Maybe. Please. Okay. Well, I'm not doing nothing else. So we at the point. I don't usually get to the point where I'm sick and tired before I even dried the hair, have I? Maybe I have. I don't care. So I'm gonna give you a spin around, okay? This is where we at. Hope it ain't looking crazy. The back ain't none of my business. I lost a little bit of shed hair when I was detangling. I'm gonna sit under the dryer for like an hour. And I'm probably gonna sit around just, I got some work to do. Emails to schedule. Everything wants to fall. Stuff like that. So I'll work on some of that stuff too. I'm gonna see you when I feel like I'm ready to take this down. Okay, bye. I just want y'all to know I've been sick of this. I'm never gonna do it again. Okay, so we're gonna take these out because I can't. I didn't think that I did them that tight. They didn't feel that tight, but I sat. Let me tell you what I did. Okay, so it was a little after 12 Central Time. Okay, when I finished my hair, so it was like 12:10 ish, and so I sat around and you're gonna twist this. Some people do all kind of different things to take these down. Some people just pull it down. What I should have done, but yeah, okay, that's it. So I'm gonna twist this around like this, and I'm gonna take these apart. A lot of people what they like to do. They like to use oil when they do this process. I don't. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't do it. And so I'm just going to take these apart. Ideally, most people, smarter people than me, try to find where the hair is naturally separating, and that's where they separate. So this is my first section done. I like to take down the curls and separate, or whatever it is I'm going to do, all in one time. So I'm gonna do each section. Okay, but the curls though, they look good, y'all. Let's get a close up. Take out these bobby pins. So twist in the opposite direction. That's what a lot of people do, and that's what I do when I take mine down from a hot oil treatment. And so again, just twisting it around like this and just separating. Okay, trying to separate without causing frizz. That's the goal here. Where was I at? Oh yeah, so I sat under the dryer. Okay, so yeah, so I finished mouth. We're gonna get it together today. I cannot talk and do this at the same time. Damn ADHD. And try it anyway. So I finished around 12:10. Okay, I sat under the dryer for exactly an hour because I timed it. So that means I sat around for the rest of that time air drying. It's 5 o'clock because I decided arbitrarily, just extra random, do not ask me why, because I don't have answers, that I was going to take this down by 5. And so here we are. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason for why I decided on that time. Like I didn't. So I air dried all the time that I wasn't sitting under the dryer, which was an hour. So what did I sit around? I guess for 4. Yeah, so 12 to 5 hours. Yeah. And one of those hours I spent under the dryer. So 4 hours just sitting around, air drying. And now I'm saying drying like it was ever wet. It may have reverted a little bit, okay, when I put the styling cream on there. You saw me vacuum my hair, okay? So it wasn't wet. But just to get the style solidified and the product all in there or whatever, give me the line. All I'm saying is that's how long I sat around with my hair in the Bantu knots before I decided I had had enough and we was gonna come in here and finish this up. So I saw some people just kind of shaking at their roots like this. I thought I would try that method. I kind of get the method to their madness. It's like supposed to help you eliminate having a whole bunch of parts. I got to look around and see what we're looking like. Okay, the back is, I lie and say it ain't my business, but I make it my business. I am going to lift the roots a little bit where I can see some parts at because it's kind of annoying. So I'm just going to take not much, the same as when I do my flat twist. And probably if I'd have done more sections, I wouldn't need to do that. But let me tell you what I was not going to do was one more section. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we're going to do a whole full 360. Okay. I feel like the curls have already dropped a little. Is that the right word? They fell a little bit. That's the same thing, ain't it? Overall, I'm like, it's a yes. It's a yes for me. It's definitely a different look. It's a cute way to get some pretty curls without doing a ton of extra work. It probably gonna still be another 7 years before I do it again because I got on all my nerves. Maybe not, I don't know. I did want to try doing it with bigger ones, but I don't know. I just feel like, see, this is one of them where like the perfectionist, not perfectionist, but what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Where the part of me that's like, it's not broke, ain't no need to fix it, is like, why do we need to try it in a different way? I like it looks good the way it is. It's a viable hairstyle with nice curls. And if I was on a time crunch, I probably would not have needed to sit around until 5. But like, if I was going somewhere, a nice event later or something, this would be like good. I could see this being a thing. Okay, so anywho, I like the style. That's the gist of it. Okay. And I talked about it earlier, but I will just go back over, or did I talk about it earlier? Well, I talked about some of it. What did I talk about? The products that I use. Get to the point, girl. Okay. The oil that I use for the hot oil treatment, as well as the oil that I put on top of the conditioner, same oil, and also the shampoo and the conditioner itself, which was deep conditioner hair mask. All of that was Tropical Fantasy scented, because it is my new favorite fragrance and I'm just obsessed with it. The styling cream that I used as the one product that I used to do these curls was Strawberry Patchouli scented. I offer both of those fragrances in all hair products, and I also offer an apple fragrance, a lemon pound cake fragrance, a lavender, what is it? Peppermint? It is. It's lavender peppermint and a spearmint eucalyptus, and also an unscented for people who just struggle with fragrances. I know that could be a thing, especially when it comes to hair and scalp and all that. So yeah, I have an unscented for the hair products. Everything that I use will be in the description below. I also offer bundles for people who are interested in trying multiple products. It's a bundle and save type deal. There's that. So I also will have linked below my hair journal, and it's just a great resource for people who are looking to start a new hair care journey or regimen or improve on the one that they currently have. It's just really helpful as far as helping you to understand your hair now and give you a kind of develop a realistic view or journey of where you would like to end up, like next month, next week, next year. So anyway, there's a link for that below if you want to check that out as well. And what do you think about today's lip gloss that I finally ended up getting on? And this is actually one of my favorites. I ran out because I kept looking for it back there when I would go to put lip gloss on it. It would never be there. I just kept wearing it and wearing it. It's called Moony Maroon. and I'm a fan. Okay, there's a link for that below too if you're interested in getting you some lip gloss. And then the earrings. So I make one-of-a-kind resin earrings. Well, I have in the past, and I intend to go back to it in the near future. But I have a couple still linked from before when I was making them. So if you want to check those out, there's a link for that below as well. So that's all I've got for you guys this week. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Time being our most precious commodity, that you're willing to spend any of it with me, I appreciate it. If you got anything out of this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And with that, I will see you later.